Before he became one of the greatest preservers of Hadith, before thousands of scholars gathered around his lessons, there was a little boy who, for a time, could not see, but destiny had plans for him that no illness could stop. Growing up in Sijistan, his earliest years were shaped by a house filled with Quran. By the time other children still struggled to read, he had memorized large sections, reciting them with clarity and presence. But what truly amazed his family was not just his love for knowledge, and it was his mind. You remembered the chain, the narrators, and the wording. At your age? At barely 10, he was already memorizing Hadith, not one or two, but thousands. He attended the local scholars of Sijistan, absorbing every word. His teachers soon realized this child was different. He didn't just memorize Hadith. He preserved every narrator's name, their lineage, their reliability, and the exact wording, flawlessly. Narrate the Hadith of Al-A'mash from Abu Salih about Abu Huraira. This boy, Allah has opened his heart. By the time he reached 10 years old, he had memorized over 2,000 narrations without error. One night, everything changed. A sudden illness struck, and for days, the child who memorized so much that could no longer see the ink on the page. Ya Rab, I have no one but you. He is your servant. Grant him back his sight, so he can serve your words. It was a miracle reported by scholars throughout history. Her prayer was answered. His eyesight returned, and the path of Hadith opened for him again. After the miracle, his drive intensified. He doubled his efforts. He memorized faster, learned deeper, wrote cleaner. He began formal training in Sijistan under the region's respected scholars. Here he learned the essentials: Arabic grammar, Hadith terminology, narrator reliability, and principles of fiqh. We have never seen a child like him. His thirst for knowledge is unending. Little did he know, these early lessons were only the beginning. He would one day travel across the world, to Iraq, Hijaz, Syria, Egypt, collecting more than 500,000 narrations. The miracle of restored eyesight, the gift of exceptional memory, the early years in Sijistan, all of it prepared him for a life that would impact the entire Ummah. This was the childhood of Imam Abu Dawud, a child chosen by Allah to preserve the words of his messenger, a child whose eyes were restored through dua, and whose memory would shape Islamic history. Join us next for Episode 3, Student Life and Struggles, when the young prodigy leaves home and begins his legendary journey.